Hello, my name is Connie, and I'm filming my first video for my channel, Connie Fights Back. And I decided to do this because yesterday was my birthday, and everybody's always waiting for the new year and whatever, and I kind of was too, to start anything different and whatever. But then I was like, hey, birthdays are kind of like your new year, right? I mean, it's the day that you were born, so it kind of starts off a whole new year and whatever. So I decided to start my new channel. Well, it's not really new. I've had this channel for a really long time. I just haven't uploaded anything. But yeah, I decided that I want to upload some videos, and also that I wanted to challenge myself to read as much as I can by my next birthday, so that I can just, see how far I've come. Because I love to read, but I haven't read that much in the past 2 years because of stress and school and whatever. And so this year I'm taking a gap year before college, and that just means I have a ton of free time, and I'm not really doing anything with that free time other than just watching YouTube. So I decided, hey, why not read? Because I have over 200, maybe 300 books, but I've only read about 140 of them, which is really bad, okay? I keep on buying new books, and I'm like, I'm gonna read them. It sounds so interesting. I'm gonna read them. And then I'm like, but am I though? So I've decided that I'm going to actually try to read them and, just get it done. Also, I think that I might be starting some Twitch streams and reading them with fans, I guess, if I get any. I don't know. I might just read them and then nobody will listen, but still. I also want to reread a lot of my old books because of nostalgia, especially this one book, Ella Enchanted. It used to be my fave whenever I was younger, but then I lost my copy, and so I haven't found a good copy of it. I've bought a new copy of Ella Enchanted, but not the specific cover that I want. It's the movie cover, which the movie is okay, it's an okay movie by itself, but if you read the book and then you watch the movie, you realize how terrible it is. And so I don't want the book with the movie cover on it. I want it with the cover that I grew up with on it. So I bought it online, where it had the book cover that I wanted onto it, and then it came in, and it was the movie cover, and I was like, ah! So yeah. And then also I need to fill in some gaps into some of my series books, but it's fine. But yeah, I have to reread some of my old books for nostalgia and some for getting back into them, because my Michael Vey series, I read 5 of the books, but then the 6th and 7th book came out and I hadn't read them in a really long time, and so I kind of forget what was happening. And then also I want to read some more of Rick Riordan's books, but I kind of stopped reading after Blood of Olympus. But I haven't read any of the Kane Chronicles or the Apollo Trials or Magnus Chase or any of those, so I want to read them because Rick Riordan is an amazing author and I love him. But I have to get sorry, I almost dropped my phone. Okay, but I have to get back into it. Yeah. Also, I have never read the Harry Potter series past book 3. I've read the Harry Potter series, but I haven't read past book 3, and I haven't watched the Harry Potter movies after book 3. So that could be a thing. Also, I've never read or watched the Twilight series, so that could also be a thing. I have read the Hunger Games and the Divergent series, but I want to reread them, and I haven't watched the Divergent movie. Yeah. Also, I haven't read the third book that much. Like, I read like part of it, but it was so boring that I stopped. So I have to kind of like push through it, I guess. I was just really bored with it. But the first and the second book were good. Like, the first book was amazing, second book was good, third book couldn't finish. But other than that, I have a whole bunch of books that I need to read, like all of this shelf. These are all books I have not read. Ignore the junk over there. And then this shelf down here is all of my Rick Riordan books. I've read this stack, but not this stack. And this is like Rejected Princesses. I've only read a few stories from there. And then this is all just random other than that. And then down here, move stuff. This is some more books. So those are my Michael Vey books. And these are my Fifth Wave books. I've only read the Fifth Wave, not Infinite or Last Star. And then my Divergent books are right there. Yeah. Basically, I need to read some of the books in my collection. Yeah. So that's kind of like what I'll be doing with this channel, is mostly book stuff, but also craft stuff. That's an ugly shot behind me. Okay, but also craft stuff, because of I like to sew, and I want to do some more sewing stuff. Yeah. So that should be fun. Let's try for it. Let's not jinx ourselves here. But I'm going to try for reading a lot of books this year. I mean, technically it would be a year, because it'll be until my next birthday. So the next September 23rd is like whenever I'll count how many books I've read in the year, including if I reread some. I am counting rereads because of, I mean, I still read a book, you know. But yeah, so ciao.